You have no answer for them. And then that takes me to this defense. When you look at going up against Atlanta, it's going to be you're going to have a day. You're going to have a day. Not a good day either. While they don't have the greatest offensive line, Bijan going to give you a headache. Bijan is going to give you a headache. And I called Kirk Cousins, and I know no one ever said this, but it's just always funny for me to say. I always laugh when I hear it. They said that, no one said it. It was a thing that was a rumor that was false and it was fake, but it makes me laugh when the rumor went out and they said that Kirk Cousins is the black Dak Prescott and Dak Prescott is the white Kirk Cousins. It's always funny to me. It's never not going to be funny to me. No one never said it. It was made up. It was a lie. It was a fairy tale that was put out there, but it is funny to me. But the white Dak Prescott is cooking down in Atlanta. And I call him a prophet. No, not the prophet. I call him a prophet taker. Not the prophet like, holier than thou prophet. No, prophet like in money, like in winnings. And I call him a prophet taker because when you watch this team offensively, he's an equal opportunist. He'll throw it to the back. He'll throw it to the tight end. He'll throw it to Mooney. He'll throw it to London. He'll throw it to any guy that is open. He'll throw it to him right now. And offensively, Atlanta makes you defend 53 and a third. That's from sideline to sideline, every blade of grass. And then they'll just nickel and dime you all the way down the field. Then they'll run the football. Then they'll profit in front, profit on side, profit in the flats. And then once you get tired of them getting profit and you think you just gonna run up and stop them, bang, over the top. And they have the weapons. And unfortunately, everything that they really good at is where you actually suffer. This is one of those matchups, Mooney, the receiver from Atlanta, his prototype, quick, shifty, can run good routes, is explosive. Those are the guys that give Trayvon Diggs a little bit of trouble. Not a little bit of trouble, they give him trouble. The shifty guys, the guys who get in and out of their breaks, who can make sudden movements, who can turn on a burst, stop, turn on a burst again. Those are the guys that give Trayvon Diggs trouble. Kyle Pitts, who remember 2 years ago, Kyle Pitts was borderline bust. He was flirting with getting packed up in that bus package. You bring in a new head coach who brings in a new offensive coordinator, which, by the way, find me the offense coordinator name. I'm drawing a blank. The offense coordinator name. He is a Sean McVay disciple. He's from that tree. Zach Robinson. You'll hear that name this offseason when it comes to the coaching hiring carousel. You'll hear that name. He's from the McVay tree. That McVay, that Shanahan tree, those are the trees that give you a lot of action and a lot of motion, pre-snap, post-snap, at the snap. They give you a lot of motion. Those things give the Cowboys defense hell. And if Raheem Morris, the head coach, if he's worth his weight in salt, he sat down and he watched film last week. And he said, the 49ers found a way to get George Kittle lined up on this number 6 kid. I need to find a way to take the bigger, stronger, faster, maybe even more athletic Kyle Pitts and get him lined up on this number 6 kid. And so him and Zach, they probably sat there and was like, this is where we got to go. And for whatever reason, Michael Zimmer from Illinois won't change out those safeties and give maybe an opportunity to Wanye Thomas or to Marquise Bell. Give them a shot at trying to cover down, because the guy that you got in there, he ain't doing it. But I get it. Jerry does not want to see his millions sitting on the sideline. If I was a businessman, I'd be the same way. And you're probably thinking to yourself, well, what about Deron Bland? Heard he's active. Well, don't count on Deron Bland playing this week. Deron Bland had to be activated because when they opened up, when you're on IR, they open up a 21-day window for you to return from IR. Either you return from IR or you go back on IR for the rest of the year with no return. Pack your season up. It's done. So when they had Deron Bland come off IR and opened up his 21-day window to return, I think, no one has said it yet, but I think there was a major setback in his foot that did not get him right. And then the 21-day window was ending, so they had to activate him. So don't confuse him being activated as he is going to play. I don't think you're going to see Deron Bland this week. You probably won't see Deron Bland next week either. You're also probably not going to see Micah Parsons. He was in the rehab group today, yesterday. And Michael from Pittsburgh said that he has to see a significant amount of progress on Saturday to get Micah Parsons to play. And even if Micah plays, being that he had an ankle injury, that means he wasn't doing much conditioning. I don't know where he's going to be at right now. Hadn't practiced, right? Been out 4 weeks or something like that. I don't know where he's at conditioning wise. So even if he plays, I don't know where he's at conditioning wise. And I'm going to be honest with you. If I'm Micah Parsons, if Jesse Holley was Micah Parsons, I personally would not come back until I was 100%. Because you are in a contract year, Micah. This is the contract year for you. And while you may not have the numbers that you want, the last thing that you want is to come back sooner than you're supposed to come back, re-injure the ankle, or compensate for the ankle and injure another body part more tragically or significantly. That could really set back what happens to you in your contract in the offseason. So if I'm Micah Parsons, there's no way in the world I'm rushing back to the playing field until I am absolutely 1,000% healthy enough to go. So not having them this weekend, you take the one guy on your roster, the one human being on your roster that is able to create some sort of pressure on the quarterback just off talent alone. There's not another person that you have on this current roster right now. Maybe Demarion Overshown, but I think he's still a little bit, young. Side note, by the way, if I'm Michael Zimmerman from Illinois, I may take a page out of Dan Quinn from Jersey's book and go, let me see what this number 13 kid can be as a pass rusher. Because I need to form a pass rush. Quarterbacks don't fear you pass rushing them. So they sit back in the pocket all day. Kirk Cousins, when he gets rushed, when he gets pressure, like most other quarterbacks, are bad quarterbacks. But when he stands in the pocket, not only does he become a profit taker, he becomes a damn good profit taker. And if you don't want him throwing for 350 yards and 4 touchdowns, then damn it, you better manufacture some pressure, and you better manufacture some pressure often. It is going to be a very, 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 very difficult task for the Cowboys defense to stop this offense. And we haven't even gotten into Bijan Robinson running the ball. And when you look at this Cowboys defensive line, they've given up rushing totals of 190 yards, 274 yards, 184 yards, 236 yards. If you think this team ain't trying to run the football on you, you a fool. No. Take that back. You a damn fool. You a damn fool if you think they ain't going to try to run that ball on you. And Bijan is one of these new age backs where he is fast, he is big, he has vision, he has contact balance, catches out of the backfield. I mean, he can do it all. And if you don't come ready to practice, ready to play, and ready to tackle, they're going to embarrass you. They are going to embarrass you. I don't know. I don't know how I can find a way for the Cowboys to win this football game. I tried, but the more I try and think about it, I also have to be realistic with myself and go, they just don't have the Jimmies and Joes. This team doesn't have good football players. And because of that, they suffer on Sundays. And this will be another Sunday where another team gets off on the Cowboys. I got the Cowboys losing this game 34-19. 34-19. They got the over at 52. I got them 34-19. Yeah. 34-19. That's where I have it.